Let's see, connect streaming software. Let's get Instagram up. I believe in you guys. I believe in you, Instagram. I see it. It's coming. There it is. All right, cool. Perfect. Instagram is always on a delay, but wanted to get back into it. Those who have been watching or came back, appreciate you guys. I'll get rid of the other ones once I get off and delete the couple minutes because they're not any of concern. But what I will tell you is, for those who happen to be tuning back in or for the first time, my name is RJ. I'm actually here out here in Medellin, Colombia. We go live Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, we are giving you guys opportunities to understand a couple of things. One, what, why would somebody look to go leave the United States? That's a big topic, at least right now. But the other things that we go into is not only the step by step process, we bring in resources, experts that will actually help you from immigration lawyers, rental experts, all of the things that you actually need to move. But we also get into real tough conversations. You know why? Because not everybody can go to therapy, whether it's financial, you don't have the time, like whatever the case is. And I'm not saying we're going to go to therapy here, but I'm going to ask you guys is some tough questions that are going to allow you to think. It's going to allow you to think and based off of what it is that you've deemed normal now that you did not used to deem normal anymore. Now, tonight is not that night. Mondays, we talk about why I moved, how I moved, the thought process behind it, what were some of the reasons that sparked it. Tuesdays, we talk about mental health. Mental health, both in the United States versus what you can do for your mental health when you do move abroad, what the differences are between how you may have felt when you were in the United States versus the new life that you may start feeling when you actually do go move abroad. Wednesdays, we talk about the 6 steps. So if you don't know, there are actually 6 steps that you need to move abroad, that you actually need to do to move abroad. So we actually go through and break each one of them down, with the 6th step being the most important, but all of them are extremely important. We'll tell you exactly what those are. So Wednesdays, you guys can take a look at that. Whereas Thursdays, we talk about what America lied to you about. That was yesterday. Decluttering your life before you move abroad is both a physical as well as an emotional situation that you're going to go through because you are already, might not be aware, but you have traded so much stuff and time away from your family and your friends for stuff and things. Excuse me, you spending so much time and energy away from your family for the stuff and things that America told you. When you buy this, you're going to be happy. And when you have to go and move all your stuff abroad and go down to 2 carry-on bags and 2 check bags, you're going to have a scenario where you have to figure out what you're going to take. And then you realize you can't take it all with you. And you spent so much time gathering it all that maybe it wasn't worth the time that you spent. So not only do we give you these things to be able to prepare you on how exactly step by step to move, but we actually give you some of the back end thought process that most people won't talk to you about. Most people won't trigger you and say, do you remember when you didn't think that this was normal? Remember when? So these conversations are designed to educate you as well as inspire you to make a decision. We're at another crossroads in America, and so many people are looking to relocate but don't know where to start. I am not saying I am the one sole voice. That is why I bring in the experts. That is why I bring in my travel community, my travel friends that live around the world in the places that you already want to live, that can give you a heads up. Because anybody that is actually living abroad, anybody that is actually somewhere and has been there for a while will tell you the best thing you can do for yourself when you are living abroad is get involved with community because having a hookup is even more important than in the United States. So we're going to talk about these things every night. We try to do our best, unless I am traveling with, we are a travel agent. We do travel, we do group travel with people. So sometimes I do have to go and do work outside of what this is, but I do know my community needs it. We have 10 days. We have 10 days until main man get back in office, and who knows what's on the other side of that, in consideration that the first 10 days of the year have already been very interesting. So what we're going to talk about is first half. We're going to talk about this is for both of you guys. And when I say both of you guys, I mean the people that are looking to move abroad, relocate out of the country, as well as the people that are just looking to travel more, travel better. There's so many secrets that are not, they're not secrets. There's just no class for so many things. And then the way information gets rolled out, it doesn't get rolled out in a way that people learn. They just kind of hear about it and fly by night. So I'm going to do my best to continue to bring you guys travel information in addition to the okay the that was a crazy comment. The information about travel, as well as the information about moving abroad and the ways that we've set it up. So getting into it, I told so many people that I am always earning travel, and you don't really understand, as an American, you actually have so many situations where you're consistently buying, like a lot. Like you are always like Amazon has made it easy to order at 8 a.m. and get it by 4 or earlier. So you guys are always buying, but you don't necessarily buy the right way. And we talk about this because when you talk about the purchases that you are already making, and you're saying, man, these flights are so expensive, these hotels are so expensive, but there are actual partnerships that are already set up. And these aren't partnerships where it's like you have to subscribe to Bob's Towing to get $10 off a Delta flight. No, 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 no. These are already things that they're already businesses that you buy from. They're already businesses. Now, maybe it's not going through the Amazon filter, but the way that things are set up, you probably can get some sort of deal through Amazon for buying from them that you just have to hook your information to. And I say that is because it's on the floor, y'all. So much of this is on the floor that you guys don't even realize that the opportunity to kind of take a look at these partnerships that are like right there. We're gonna get into it tonight because so many of you guys don't know. So many of you guys are snobs and don't want to go and fly anybody else, which is fine. Be loyal to whoever it is you want to be. I tell you guys, when it comes to airlines, be loyal to who gets you there. Every one of these airlines have left me stranded. So I have no loyalty to any of them. But some of you guys are like, I only fly Delta. I only fly this. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. Maybe it's for perks. Maybe it's because you knew you had a great experience, or every time that you happen to travel. If you happen to travel maybe once or twice a year and you're like, I only fly Delta, and it's like you just haven't flown enough. Because they are going to leave you just like the rest of them. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to tell you guys about the partnerships that you can do by being a loyal Delta citizen, a loyal JetBlue person. But these things are already set up for you. There's not anything that these things cost. So when we talk about free travel, so many things when it comes to free travel is about how good your credit is and what credit card you can apply for. Now, here's the thing. I know my folks. Not everybody has good credit. That's okay. But also, like, so many people only can get, like, maybe you have okay credit, but maybe you can't get that higher card. Now, I will tell you the fastest way to earn is these credit cards. That is the fastest way to earn. But you also have to have a certain thought process that we're going to talk about in a little minute. Because if you don't have the thought process, then you're not going to be earning anything. So the thought process that you would take to utilizing a credit card is the same thought process that you would be taking to utilize these programs. It's all about taking what it is that I'm already doing, taking what it is that one big ass company to talk to another big ass company and said, we should make our customers have some sort of reason to buy us both. But if you aren't taking advantage of them and you're saying how expensive the flights are and how expensive the hotels are, and you're literally throwing free money away. Like with the credit cards, literally, like your groceries, depending on what kind of credit card you have, and we're going to stay away from people and only the credit cards, but like once you can get to that point buying credit card, like using a credit card only, you're going to exponentially grow this strategy where you can travel without having to utilize these credit cards. But here's the thing. We just came back from Cartagena in December. Had a group out there. Shout out to Sherry and her group. Literally, they stayed at the Intercontinental. The Intercontinental is a hotel group that has hotels all around the world. And you guys are all Delta snobs and everything else. But did you know they have a partnership? You just paying Delta separately and paying ISG separately, and you didn't know that you could pair those relationships together. And every time maybe you didn't travel on a flight, but maybe you drove and had a staycation at an ISG hotel. Maybe if you actually look and take a gander at what these partnerships give you, they will allow you to spend money at ISG hotels and earn points or miles on Delta flights. So at the same time, if you have to travel for work and you're driving around all of the time for work and they have you in this hotel, in this hotel, pick a brand. Don't get me wrong, because there's other brands. It's just not ISG, but pick a brand. If it was ISG this time, okay, well, every time you're going to book an ISG hotel. So at the same time that you're working and they're sending you there, you could be actually earning miles towards your next vacation when you're ready to get off of work. But if you don't hook them, there's no connection, there's no partnership. So you have to do your research. We always talk about this, and adults get lazy because everybody's like, I went through 8 years of middle school or elementary school, then 4 years of high school, then 4+ years of college, and maybe even more, maybe less. But they're like, I haven't sat in a classroom and or done legwork. And it's like, if you want to travel, you need to go look under the rocks that it's not even a rock. The information is on the internet. Everybody's on the phone right now. Everybody is on some sort of social media opportunity, if you're watching this, to be able to take advantage of these. It's not hidden information. You just need to be woken up again, like, hey, bro, like you are already doing this. So if you are staying in a bunch of hotels, go ahead, say that Sky Miles number, connect your ISG account, and now you're gonna be earning miles every time you book at Intercontinental. Let's take a look at some of these other ones that are pretty cool. So they've got other partners too. You got to also know what partners that have Latam, I believe, and Delta are partners. Copa and United are partners. Looks like Alaska Airlines. If you may be watching this from overseas, Alaska Airlines as well as American Airlines, they have partnerships with British Airways, Cathay Pacific, and Qantas. What that means is if you have status with these people, they may be able to match and or utilize points from those folks to be able to book American Airlines points. This is deeper than when I say travel. We just talking about airlines right now. We're going to get into hotels, even these cruises. You might have seen me on here talking about Virgin Cruises. Virgin, similar like how casinos work and different things, they will match your status from other cruise lines as well as other casino things. What do you call those? The casino membership. My dad's at a casino all the time, literally, and match it to where you're getting a rate as if you've been traveling Virgin the whole time and it may be your first one. But if you guys don't take advantage of what partnerships they've already put together for you, you just they're not going to call you and say, hey, you didn't hook your this to that, so we wanted to make sure you remember that. They're not going to do that because it gives them incentive to make more money. If they don't have to give you a discount, they're not going to, but they also do already give you a discount. You just have to figure out where the hooks are. Some of you guys have dreams of flying first class in Emirates. JetBlue and Emirates have a partnership. So looking into these things, and these aren't with what credit cards are. These are looking into these things because it doesn't cost you anything to sign up for a True Blue membership. So if you're flying for work and all these things, you're getting the miles, and you just got to figure out how to divert the miles. Now, this one, I don't think any of you guys know because I don't hear anybody talking about it. There is a dedicated Airbnb portal for one of you guys' favorite places. Do you know what it is? Delta. So imagine going on to Delta's portal, and we're going to talk, and that kind of leads us into some things, but going on to Delta's portal and booking your Airbnb, and now you got flight points or miles off your stay to wherever it is that you're going. They're not going to give it to you if you don't know and if you don't hook. And you can go on, listen, if you can go on any of these. Now, some of the budget airlines might not have it, but I actually have seen, even on Spirit, they have a shopping portal. These shopping portals are your ticket to, I can't get a great credit card, but I already spend a bunch of money on these stuff and things. You already go to Sephora, you already go to Lowe's, you go to these places, but aren't spending the money. You're spending the exact same money in the wrong place. That's really what it comes down to. That's what once you learn this, if you can learn this thought process with no credit card, then you can start to learn the thought process behind earning miles at 6x and 10x on credit cards. Because the people that have credit cards and may have a $200-300 credit card and haven't built up their credit to be able to get in the United States to be able to get these expensive American Express Platinum cards is because they can't say, okay, cool, I got $300 a month. Let me go spend $270 a month on this car and then pay it off immediately. No, y'all just want to pay $10-15. But the thought process is, if I can pay it off immediately, they're going to keep increasing it. And the more I spend on here, the more that this credit card and all of its other perks that are the black and white, where you're just looking at it from oh, this gives me $1,500 line of credit. And it's like, no, this gives you $1,500, but that's just the start. And then it gives you the opportunity to say, okay, well, every time I go buy gas or every time I go to spend money on a hotel, I'm going to get, if I spend $500 because it's on groceries, they're going to give me 3x the points. So that $500 is actually worth 1,500 points. And those 1,500 points, I could turn around and use for a one-way flight. Now, it doesn't work like extremely like that, like $500 to one-way flight. Like, it doesn't work like that, but it's the mindset. I call it, you got to be honest. Hey, bro, you always got to be earning. You always be earning. I know it's a little out of grammar and out of context, but realistically, that's what you have to do. You have to say, okay, I'm taking all of these things that I'm purchasing from this site and this site and this site. And if you have that brand loyalty to Delta or United, whoever it is, utilize that. Don't just be wearing a badge and don't wear no badge. Like, okay, go to their shopping portal. What partnerships do they have where I can align myself with purchases that I'm already making, and now I just need to make it through there. Now, I tell you, that is the long road. This is not the easiest way is you having credit cards that have specific things, but that's not what we're here for. I got to give you the steps. I can't give you the elevator, because if you don't have good credit, then you can't get the platinum card. But you can start literally. I know you go into Airbnbs. Just go through the Delta Sky Miles portal. Sky Miles don't cost anything to sign up for. Go through their portal, book your Airbnb. You're not going to save. The money you save is going towards miles for your next trip. That's a win-win. United and Marriott Bonvoy, link those two accounts. So every time you stay at a Marriott Bonvoy property, you can go stay at you can go get more miles on United. And we're gonna get into Marriott because there's some unique other partnerships that this shit is so multi-layered, guys. I want y'all to really understand that the difference between you sitting on your couch where you are today and you going to live your best life is just making a little bit of tweaks into the things that you are already doing. I'm not telling you to adopt some new spending habits. I keep telling y'all, stop spending your life on stuff and things. But this is about travel. You need a hotel. You need a way to get there. These things are about things that you either want to do or are already doing. And if you say, well, I can't afford travel, but you can afford Sephora and you can afford, I don't know, lids like the hats, and you can afford they have so many partnerships that are in these different shopping portals. And if you don't buy through there, then you will never be able to start earning free travel on the things that you're doing. So please make certain that you guys are taking a look. If you want to be brand loyalists, that's cool. Different companies have different business partnerships. So you do need to take a look at which ones. But it's right there. It's right there for you to turn your purchases that you already do into earning without having to say, I need the best credit in the world to be able to do this. Now, one of the other things that you guys don't know is, and that's why I wanted to lead into that because I talked about Marriott Bonvoy, but you guys can start. So everybody, it's cold out, and you might usually take the bus, and you're like, I'm not taking no bus. It's cold. It's cold as hell. I got you. So imagine if you're these Ubers that you're taking, these lifts that you're taking, they start earning you some money. I think I saw a video, not video, a message come out the other day about what was it? Uber is Lyft. Oh, Lyft. So Lyft and Delta had a partnership where if you were taking Lyft to anywhere and you connected your Delta, you would get a certain amount of points, like miles towards your flights. And then if you were taking the Lyft to the airport, you would get more miles and things of that nature. But I think they're shifting to Uber. But think about all of the Ubers that you took last year, whether it was to the airport or in general. Do you have a POS say in your shop? I can't find it. I don't know what a POS is. There is a checkout though in the shop. You can definitely check out, but you got to really understand when it comes to these partnerships, you're leaving money on the table with everything you're already doing. So Marriott, Bonvoy, and Uber, they have a partnership. So you connect those two accounts. A couple of things happen. One, you start to get points on regular stuff like you're taking the Uber. But let's say you go and you're staying at a Marriott. Well, when you call Uber Eats or a Uber from said Marriott, you can actually get Marriott Bonvoy points. So it's not just for flights, it's also for hotels and other things too, off of the actual stuff that you're already doing. I know you guys go to Marriott hotels. I know you guys get in Ubers. Have you not connected your accounts and then want to say to me, well, this flight's really expensive? These are free things that like they cost you no money outside of what your normal spending habits are, but you can't complain if you are not taking advantage of them. So Hilton Honors and Lyft, they have an affiliate program to start accumulating Hilton Honors points when you are taking Lyft rides. What else? We've got World of Hyatt and American Airlines. Uh, IHG, so that's Intercontinental Hotel Group, and Grubhub. So y'all like to eat, ordering Grubhub, like they have literally partnerized the the things that you already do. But the thing is that they say it like, oh well, we got all these partnerships with these people, and they're like, well, I've never heard about that, and it's like, yeah, but we got it, and it's on you to find out. Like they're not. People are like, yeah, we've given a discount, but if you don't hear about the discount, guess what happens? You pay full price. Then you're like, man, I got to use the discount next time. Okay, you can use it next time, but the first time you pay full price. So you got to really look at these things and start doing research and based off of what it is that I spent. Oh, I buy this, and this all the time. I use Uber Eats every day. Use it wisely. Don't just use it and then nothing happens on the end. It's almost like a quid pro quo. Like you give it, I give you something, you need to give me something back. And they are giving you guys things back, but nobody, I don't know if no, I won't say nobody knows. I think everybody's so overworked that they don't have the time to go take a look at these things. But that is the difference between you being able to travel more off of the things that you're already doing. Imagine if everything you did, and if you would have did this last year at this time, and at the end of this year, which would have been now from last year, you could have took a trip that you didn't even have to pay for based off of all the money you spent from last year. It was all on points. Maybe you had to pay like $100 in taxes or whatever, but you got a hotel, a flight, a ride to the airport that was still giving you, savings and everything else. But you don't ever at the end of the year they be like, here you go. Here's a free trip for all your spends in America from last year. They don't, but they do. They do if you do this right. So these things are super duper important. Now, choice hotels. You can even get gas. You can buy gas and get Choice Hotels is a brand. You can get points off of hotel stays. I think I had my homie Will go to the Bahamas and it was in a Choice Hotel. You can get points off a hotel stay for buying gas. Do y'all not buy gas? What if you were getting travel points for buying gas, buying groceries? I'm not even talking about having a credit card. I'm just talking about like connecting some accounts and some emails and logging in. Like, think about that. Y'all not getting none of this right now. And y'all literally are saying it's really difficult for me to travel and it comes down to finances. But you are spending money at all of these places with no thought process that there may be a better way. There may be a better way. But you guys haven't been hip to it. So you have to take a look at that. Wyndham, I don't. It depends on where you live at, but you can get Wyndham points when you purchase gas at Marathon. Did you know that? Most people don't know these things, and it's right there. You get a rental car. You can go to Omni Select hotels. Like there are so many ways to make travel a reality for you without even a credit card. You can just take all your purchases and start funneling them through things that are going to earn you free travel. So take a look at that when you consider I'm not going to be able to do it because you can. You just got to start thinking better and thinking in a way where it makes sense. Now, one of the other things about that are about free travel that you guys don't know is one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things is a little known program. And don't get me wrong, don't slap my hand if you somebody that knows. But a little known program, which are called stopover programs. Stopover programs. Do you guys know what stopover programs are? Well, you're going to find out tonight. Stopover programs are programs that are literally set up. So when you go and you purchase your flight, you go to, I don't know, you go to Copa Airlines, and you say, okay, I want to go to from Atlanta to Cartagena, right? So Copa is based in Panama, not Panama City, Florida, Panama City, Panama. Copa has a stopover program where for no additional money, they're going to bring you from Atlanta to Panama and then Panama to Cartagena. What happens when you go book that flight, you're going to get an option and they say, hey, for up to 7 days, you can actually stay in Panama for no additional charge. Now you got to pay for a hotel, but there's no additional charge to stay. And it can be done either on your way to Cartagena or on your way back to Atlanta. The reason they do these is because it gives you an opportunity to get travel to two countries in one. It allows you to see the city of Panama, allows you to see the city that these other stopover programs are in on your way to the destination. So some smart travelers will actually strategically plan their stayovers and their stopovers, even layovers to situations where it's like, okay, I have 48 hours in this place. So 48, the next day, the next flight is 2 hours. Now that's a layover. But with these stopover programs, you're not on the layover. You can literally get off and then schedule a new flight, and then it will take you there and it will bring you back with no additional problem. But a lot of people don't know about this. So the next time you're looking to go purchase a flight, take a look at if they have any airlines that are connecting flights, where I know a lot of you people are like, I want a nonstop flight. But what if you could take one trip and see two countries? That's pretty unique. So we're gonna get into this. So we'll take a look. Looks like Tap Air Portugal. They offer free stopovers. So stopovers are going to be in Lisbon or Porto, Portugal. You get up to 10 days. In addition, you also get discounts on hotels and attractions. So as I told you, the stopover program is designed to bolster tourism in said stopover location. But you have to know to be able to take advantage of it. Because if you go booking through some random third party and don't know to book direct, then this is not going to come up. So these are all little tips and things that you can start to go live your best life, whether it's I'm moving abroad or I'm just looking to travel more. Like these are things that some people will tell you, maybe the world will bring it to you, but we got to make certain that our people know. Iceland. There was, I think I remember used to seeing like $99 from JFK to Reykjavik, Iceland. So Iceland has a step over program as well, up to 7 days on Iceland Air. No additional airfare. Allows you to explore Iceland en route to Europe. So this is it's a two stopper. It gives you the ability to beat your vacation up as much as possible. Hopefully you got like 8, 9 days. You can go do 4 or 5 days here, couple of days here on the way back or on the way there. But it really gives you the opportunity to live your best life. And I don't really see a lot of commercials about this stuff. So if it's like if you don't know and don't run into it, then you just pay for a flight that you like, yo, I could have went to Panama for 2 days and seen what the vibes were like over there instead of just going to Cartagena. That's what I mentioned. Atlanta, you can get a flight on Copa out and go through Panama and then utilize this program. Turkish Airlines got free stopovers for Istanbul. Look at this, including complimentary hotel accommodations for economy and business class passengers, depending on length of stopover. So now we're talking about Turkish Airlines going to give you a free hotel just for coming to visit and purchasing through them. Like, why can't you travel for free without good credit? Like, they're giving you these opportunities where, okay, this situation is not free, but your one trip is now two. And then if you say, okay, Turkish Airlines is going to give me a free hotel. Well, does Turkish Airlines have a shopping portal that I can start buying things through? Because if I can start earning through things I was already going to buy to get my flight, now I got a free flight and a free hotel. And I got a free trip on my way from the United States to through Turkey to somewhere else. Qatar, they've got stopovers in Doha with discounted hotel stays and city tours. Um, Emirates got a stopover program in Dubai offering a free hotel stay, a meal, and ground transportation for travelers with extended layovers in Dubai. Like this is the key. Stop acting like I'm a gatekeeper. Like anytime anybody asks me, I'm like, well, this is how you do it. I don't I don't care because the world is not I'm not on this world to take as much money off of the world that I can because you know why I can't take any of it off. I'm here to create community. I'm here to give people resources and an ability to feel like so, everything has been monetized at this point. Everything. Like, hey, you know what direction it is? I mean, for the right price, I do. You can't tell me whether to go left or right. Like, what is that? So, like, these things, this time, I'm giving you guys time. I tell you guys, time is the biggest currency you ever going to see in the world. That's the only thing that the world can agree on. That time literally waits for nobody. So when we talk about these things, I'm giving you guys my time so that you can turn around and hopefully go live your best life. That's what I want for you. I really want that for you guys. Um, Etihad Airways, free stopovers in Abu Dhabi, complimentary hotel stays for up to 2 nights. Um, Finnair, stopovers in Helsinki for up to 5 days. Japan Airlines has stopovers in Tokyo or Osaka. Singapore has a stopover program. Singapore Airlines has a stopover program, discounted hotel rates and entry to major attractions. But you got to go through their website. You also used to cheapoair.com and, cheap flight. And like, I mean, you can go there, but they're not going to tell you that. All of these, so many of you guys hate, which leads us into the next topic. So many of you guys hate travel agents. So many of you. Yes, you. Y'all hate travel agents. That's what y'all tell yourself. But y'all don't hate travel agents. Y'all love them. Y'all love them. Y'all love us. I'm going to tell you why. Because so much of understanding is wrapped up in thought process. Y'all don't understand that Cheapo Air, Expedia, Travelocity, Priceline, they are all travel agents. They just outsource their customer service. So when you have a problem, you are talking to somebody that is reading a script. But all of these people are travel agents. So when you go and say, oh, I only get my flights off of Cheapo Air, I would never work with a travel agent. You don't even know the system that you're in. You're just like saying things that make you, I guess, feel better. Truthfully. Most of you guys are actually travel agents. I'm going to tell you why. You are the person in your family that travels the world often, or just travels more than the people in your family. They see you post your pictures. They see you write your captions, whether they be witty Drake lyrics or whether they be actual telling of what it is that you guys are doing. You guys have to understand that this is a situation where you're gonna really have to put it into like y'all don't understand that you're already doing the job. You guys are literally already doing the job. So when we talk about travel agents, you guys get calls from your family, getting a call. You get calls from your family, and they're literally like, "Oh, can you book my flight for me? Can you help me out? Can you actually book my flight for me because I see you going to all these places?" And then you say, "Okay, cool. Let me go look it up for you. I'm gonna go look it up for you." And then you send them the information. Then like, "Thanks, nephew. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I really do, because you got me. You got me. You literally got me." Well, my brother or sister, you are a travel agent. You know, when you go and say, "Can you help me get some of those good cheap discounts that you get on those flights?" I used to get that from my uncles and older family members all the time. What discounts? Like flights are not discounted. Like if you're doing these programs, they could be discounted. But if you're not doing these programs, then they can't be discounted. So these things where people are like, "I don't like travel agents." Most of you guys are already travel agents. The difference between a travel agent and you at this point in 2024 is travel agents actually get paid for what it is that you are that both of us actually do. There's no difference between I do my own research and I'm a travel agent. There's none. So when we talk about free travel and how to travel the world for free, your mindset comes down to where you spend your money and how you spend your money. But it also comes down to maybe breaking the thought processes that you thought were actually doing you a favor. Seriously. Like, do y'all realize that it costs I think the first year it costs 660 dollars total. That's spread over the year, but $660 total for the first year. The next year it costs you, and every year after that it costs you 480. But I posted this on my Facebook the other day. I said if you go and travel 3 times a year, you are going to recoup, even if it's just your money, even if it's just your travel. Maybe you don't want to talk to your uncles, and maybe you don't want to take any of that stuff that you're already doing and turn that into money, because this is all about taking what you're already doing and turning that into revenue and or points and miles for you to go travel. So when we talk about this, we're looking at you and saying, what are you already doing that you could turn and say, don't do nothing different? This is not some sort of convincing scenario to tell you to do something different. It's kind of like once again, wake up and say, you are already doing these things. You're already spending the money at these establishments. You're already walking around acting like Delta is paying you to say, "I only shop with Delta." So you got to look at these things and say, am I doing it the right way? I'm actually doing it by, what you call them? Am I actually doing it in a way where it is benefiting me? Not telling you to change your habits in the sense of start spending money that you don't that you're not spending. It's more so spending money in a way that it is more strategic for you. So if you had to give up $660, but that $660 allowed you to go on 3 trips that you did not weren't able to take based off of exactly how you spend today, would that $660 be worth it? And then the next year it goes down to $480. Imagine if you could start traveling. If you only travel 3 times a year, imagine if you could travel 6 to 7 times a year with either the same money or less than that money, because you're earning money off of what it is that you are already doing today. So many of you guys have this thought process where, oh, I don't like travel agents. You must be out of your mind. Listen, if you're a traveler, if you're not a traveler and you are a homebody and you stay in your house all the time, then I understand why you don't like travel agents, because people outside must make you itch. But if you are a traveler and you think you want to go see more of the world, you are actively doing yourself a disservice if you just take the money that you are already spending on these trips. I book people's trips. These people, listen, you go somewhere 5 days, 4 nights, it might be six. I got somebody going 6 days, 5 nights. It's like $7 grand with flights. Now, I can't give you no breaks on flights. I don't get really breaks on flights outside of what it is I talked to you about today. But that trip, that maybe $4,500 for two people for 5 nights, I done been in those same resorts and same hotels for $300, $400 total. Immediately, my 660 from the first year and my 480 I got back. But y'all so stuck on what it is that the media is going to tell y'all as far as social media and saying, oh no, I would never deal with the travel agent. You are doing my job already. Do it for yourself. Like, do it for yourself. I'm not trying to get you to sign up to be a travel agent. I'm just trying to wake you up. Everything about waking y'all up, because y'all have a misconception about reality and then think that y'all are actually making smart decisions. Oh, I'm not shopping through no portal, but you keep buying flights. Oh, I'm not being a travel agent. I would never do nothing like that. But you keep getting calls from your aunts, uncles, and cousins about, oh, how you get them flights, nephew? Oh, I'm planning my family reunion. Now, I've been a travel agent for a while, but think about all y'all that plan a family reunion and the resort, like, oh, I don't have to break no commission off because they going to pay commission to somebody. When you go on Expedia, they're making commission off of you between the hotel that you book and them. They just don't even talk to you. You sit there and talk to Uncle Pete till he get blue in the face about his little trip that he want to take. And you're like, yeah, I'll help you, Uncle Pete. You're a travel agent. You're just not making no money, and you're not making any sense with the decisions that you're making about how you want to say, I love travel, but I'm not going anywhere. You're bugging. So whether it's moving abroad or coming from another place, you have to you have to literally think about this. You got to. So we're going to talk about this and more as we continue on. You know, these relocation tours are going to be important, literally, because you guys have to understand that if you're thinking about moving abroad and you haven't left the country and going to where it is that you want to go and walked around, you got to. March 12th to the 17th, we will be here in Medellin, Colombia. What that looks like is 6 days, 5 nights dedicated to show you a number of things. One, we're going to bring you in front of all of the experts. The experts are designed, well, not the design, they do this on a daily basis. Literally. They literally are going to give you the information that you need on short-term rentals, long-term rentals, property investment. They're going to give you information on how to get a visa once you decided I want to be here and how long you want to be here for. We're going to get you guys information on the different neighborhoods. The different neighborhoods are 100% going to be always important, because once you go from country, you got to go down to city. And once you go in the city, you got to go down the neighborhood. And Medellin neighborhoods could be walkable, or you could be living on a hill where everything outside is like this. So these 6 days, 5 nights are designed to give you what it is so many of us did not have, in a way where you can digest it and say, okay, I spent time in 3 different neighborhoods and I know what a house looks like. I know I want to be somewhere walkable. Or I know, hey, I don't mind not being anywhere walkable because I got the view of a lifetime. You guys can go to moodtravelcolombia.com. Please go there, get that information. There's so much free resources. Free. There are so many free resources already on there. These conversations and this thought process is designed to help you travel more, see more of the world, give you an understanding and opportunity to say, hey, somebody cares enough to actually help, to actually give me something I can utilize. Hopefully you learned something tonight about traveling the world for free and how you can start doing it. You can take all your spending habits that you have currently and start funneling into things that you get miles, that you get free hotel stays. Y'all love Uber. Connect it to your Delta account. Connect it to the accounts that matter so you can actually start seeing the world versus just saying, I can't see the world, but you keep spending the money. And when you guys get the opportunity to go on a relocation tour, whether it's mine, whether it's anyone else's, make certain you take advantage of it. Because if Medellin is on your radar and you are not considering a relocation tour before you go sell all your stuff, you are doing Medellin and abroad the wrong way. I'll be back on Monday. I will tell you, probably won't be back at 3 o'clock. I'm moving. So good, kiss it goodbye. This right here, this little view behind me is gone. No more parrots, no more nada. We got a different little spot coming up. I'll see what the views look like there to see if it makes sense to put you guys in the back, but I will be back on. I'll be in Bahamas and last half of the week, so we'll be on first thing Monday to get into what it is we're going to talk about, which is why I moved to Medellin and how I moved. What were the things that made me say, you know what, I'm out here. I'm unplugging. So I'll talk to you guys Monday. Y'all have a safe weekend and continue to make certain that y'all doing the homework, doing the legwork, and showing up for yourself before you decide to go pack those bags and drop anchor in another city. You are a foreign person in a foreign land, but you can have a great time. I'm going to talk to y'all very soon. I will see you guys later.